Hello everyone out there, this is the Beard Guy here, and I have a type of video that will be my very first attempt. What I'm going to be doing is I am going to be comparing a few different games, all of the same general concept throughout the history of video games. Now, I'm not going super far back. It's pretty damn far back. But what we're starting off with here is NASCAR 2000. This game was made in 1999 by EA Sports for the PlayStation 1, and I'm going to be showing you what that looked like. I believe this was more or less one of the first NASCAR games. I think NASCAR 95 may have been the actual first one. I'm not playing this on an actual PS1, so it's gonna look a little bit better than what it originally did. This is giving it the full benefit. I'm actually playing this on my PS3. So originally I wanted to do Daytona for all three games that I'm going to be playing, but that's not an option. I didn't think about it when I was first getting ready to do this video, but during this time period, Sega was making the Daytona USA games, so Daytona, the licensing for Daytona was tangled up with Sega, so even though it's a track in NASCAR, EA Sports was not allowed to use Daytona because the licensing for it was already tied up in a different game by a different company. For this video, I'm going to be doing Talladega because that's my second favorite track. So yeah, Daytona is my favorite track, with Talladega. I don't know if Talladega would be my second, but I want to use some of the bigger tracks on here to kind of feel the difference between the drafting in all the different games and working through crowds and how all of that works, the AIs and all of that, to get the best comparison. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and qualify here. Dale Earnhardt on the pole with Richard Petty second.
3, 2, 1, go buddy, go, go, go! Okay driver, this is the money lap, let's give it.
So, while we're riding around the track here, let's, oh hey, you can toggle the, what? You either get the steering wheel or you get the rear view? I guess maybe the PlayStation 1 didn't have enough, processing to be able to do both? I don't know, that's weird. Well, I prefer to have the rear view versus having the steering wheel. But let's go ahead and look at the different camera views. So we started in the cockpit view. Go to a chase cam. Or no, maybe you call that overhead cam. This is chase cam. This close-up chase cam. Another chase cam, or is that, I don't know, maybe that's the same one. A little bit further. Bumper cam, and then we're back in the cockpit. Definitely a lot different feeling than the games that I have gotten used to in recent years. But this is more or less where it started. This is fairly far back. Oh, we qualified pole. I may fall back a little bit the very beginning just because I want to fuck with the drafting, the way drafting works on this game. Yeah, so I'll let a couple of cars get past me. Oh god. The drafting effect is a lot. Yeah, holy shit. There's not much in terms of physics when it comes to hitting cars and stuff like that. Like, I wrecked into the back of that car. I knocked the shit out of it, and it was just kind of a straight back shot. It was like, oh, you bumped something, you slowed down a little. Which, I mean, gotta think about it. This is a 21-year-old game. I'm not sure exactly what age group this video is gonna reach, but there's a good chance that this game right here is older than quite a few of y'all that are watching. Or there's quite a few of y'all that were young children or possibly early teens playing this game. Like, I was 4 years old when this game came out. Oh! Did the Intimidator just try to fucking dump me? Ah, damn it, Earnhardt. Fucker. Yeah, just kind of look, the infield, the grandstands, it's all, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of detail back in this day. The RPM gauge on the dash looks like it's a legitimate, like, they just put a straight up picture in there. They didn't make it in the game, they just digitized a photo and stuck it on there and then put, you know, the few pixels on there to indicate the, you know, whatever the fuck that thing's called, the arm on the gauge. The rest of these aren't so clear, like you can't even read the numbers on them, but the tack you can actually, you know, read. And bam! Kind of just like we seen in the late 90s, early 2000s, you got Earnhardt and Gordon up at the front. Alright, so that's the way it goes. That was our quick little look at NASCAR 2000. Alright, so the next one that we are going to be looking at here is NASCAR Dirt to Daytona. The copy that I'm playing is on the Nintendo GameCube, so this will be the next generation on consoles. This game was released in 2002 by Infogrames and Monster Games. You know, 99 to 2002 doesn't seem like a very big difference, but as you guys will see here rather quickly, it different, you know, quite different. Now, this is the game that I grew up most familiar with. I played the hell out of this when I was a kid on the PlayStation 2. My PlayStation 2 copy disappeared, but whatever, you know, shit happens. So, once again, we are going to be driving as Jeff Gordon, because, well, Jeff Gordon was always my favorite driver. And once again, we're going to Talladega. Just gonna do fast race. We have the AI strength up there fairly high. There wasn't so much difficulty changes that I could do quickly on the last game. I tried, you know, you have rookie or veteran. Rookie, blow them away like you've seen, and then veteran, I qualify dead last and I can't catch a single car. So we have our in-car view once again, and you see that there is quite a bit of improvement. More details to the inside of the car. Got the steering wheel, got the pedals. The tack looks a whole lot better. That looks like it's actually here, not just a picture pasted on. See, the stands and everything else looks better. Cycle through the camera modes here. Far back. And this has always been my favorite view, the chassis view.
This is the one that counts.
You got the chassis view, you got the bumper view, in-car cockpit view, chase cam, far away chase cam, and then this chassis view. Now, I try to make myself use the cockpit view more because I don't know. I just, for some reason, I don't like the cockpit view, but I'm trying to force myself to like the cockpit view. How many times can I say cockpit? Cockpit, cockpit, cockpit.
Alright, let's see where we play.
Alright, so we qualified way back here on this one. I kind of prefer to start a little bit further towards the back.
Welcome to the world's fastest speedway, Talladega Superspeedway in Alabama. Talladega is the...
I didn't want to start quite this far back, but hey, you know, whatever. We at least get to see how the how well the drafting works. Which I don't know if my car is just that much faster. Get off me! This is my lane! We're already running around the track. You can feel a lot more control over the car. Everything's not so jerky. Car's not so jerky. You can kind of just
Still there.
the steering wheel a little bit.
Still there. You're all clear.
I would have really enjoyed it. Oh, you can actually feel the car slide a little bit when you bump into the back of somebody, instead of just kind of like a straight back slowdown that NASCAR 2000 had.
Still there.
Now, I do wish that this game would have done the legend thing, somewhat like how 2000 was. You know, you had your Richard Petty legend. This, I don't think
Still there.
there's any legends on here. I don't remember. I don't remember the game very well,
Carlo.
because this game was 2002, and I probably haven't like hardcore played it since probably 2005, maybe.
Stay high. Still there. All clear.
That would sound about right.
2 to go.
Alright, so we're working our way up. We're getting our draft, pulling draft, which is essential to making it to the front. As you see, every time I fall out of the draft. But that's the way it goes on these big plate tracks. And I'm glad they kind of have that realism in there. Whereas the other game, the guys behind me were in the draft, and
Still there.
they wasn't catching me, who was not in draft, basically.
Clear high.
One of the things that I'm not sure if I like or not is
Still there.
they still have the low amount of actual, like, licensed racers that they used in this game, but they still wanted a 43 car field.
Carlo.
So, in order to achieve that, you see a lot of these triple digit number cars, and those are just random, you know, they're technically not even in the game until you go to a race. Oh, see, like that 119 car that I just accidentally spun out. They're just... I don't know if they're actually, like, programmed in or if they're just, like, a randomly generated. I haven't paid attention enough to know that. Alright. Oh, and we get the big one right at the end. Whoa! Crossing... After we cross the finish line, the big one happens. Oh, and they're still going. Woo! Oh, shit. That was a little exciting. That was NASCAR Dirt to Daytona. As you see, that was a very big graphical improvement over NASCAR 2000. That's only that's a 3-year difference. That's a huge leap in 3 years. So, our last and final game, I do not have it physically, so I can't just, but, so here we are, we're in NASCAR Heat 4. NASCAR Heat 4 is by 704 Games and Monster Games. And once again, we are going with the man, Jeff Gordon. And one more time around, we are headed to Talladega Superspeedway. No practice once again. We're going to jump out here to qualify. And if you look here, now we see a very big improvement on what the inside of a car looks like. Everything's a lot more fluid feeling. The car's not jerky, but it feels much slower. Now, I'm up to 180 miles an hour right now, and the speed does not feel the same as it did in the other two games. And that may be a result of, it not being so jerky. The jerkiness may be what made the other games feel so much faster. So, as we take the ride around here, we're going to change up our views. We got the hood view, bumper view, chase cam, and cockpit. So, we'll go to this right here so you can kind of look around, look at the outside parking lot, look at the infield. I'm looking at the infield too much. I crossed right over the double yellow line. And you can see we have reflections on the car now. We have a lot more detailed grandstands and infield area.
Coming to the green. Just one count.
Dead ass last. Let's see how this works out for us. Oh, starting 38. Cool. We had 2 people that failed inspection or something like that.
We're going green. Ready. Green flag. Got one inside.
Big plate tracks on, on the newer games, I never qualify very good. You can feel the draft a whole lot more. I believe this may be the first time that you really felt a rumble from the draft. And also, you have draft partners. Come on, give me a push. Give me a push. Oh, what did you do, Harvick? Boy, you're gonna drop down with us? Hang Boyer out. We're gonna jump to Truex. Go out of Truex, get here behind Parker Kligerman. Not able to pull a very good draft off of Kligerman here. Oh. Ooh, but a lot of fucking draft off Suarez. I can feel that. Get a run on him. Come up here, coming up behind Ware. Whoa, whoa, getting loose there. Come on, come on, come on. Pulling some draft, pulling some draft. Oh yeah, there it is, kicking in. I feel like we can pull much better runs getting behind Fords than we can the Chevrolets or the Toyotas. I feel like there's a much better draft behind the Fords. That's another big difference too, to where it really seems like the draft varies a lot more in this game than it did in any of the other ones. Before, it was just like, you're behind a car, you're getting draft. Now, it may all be in my head, I may be a crazy person, but the draft off of a Ford, the draft off of a Toyota, and the draft off of a Chevrolet all feel differently to me. Alright, we're only going to run the one stage there. We're not going to run the full race, just because I just wanted to give y'all a quick look. That's my video. Let me know how I did, what y'all think about it, comparing 3 different NASCAR games over the last 20 years. So, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and if I should keep making comparison videos like this, just let me know. I'll do what I can, and Love you guys, and I will see y'all in the next video.